Yo, this Rosco P Coldchain, the most anticipated nigga since God, and right now you chilling with me and Gully TV right now on Gully. Yeah, TV. Yeah.
If you tune in to me, you watching Gully TV. If you just caught that dope ass live stream I did, you know who I got in the building. If not, go ahead and introduce yourself, pimp.
It's Rosco P Coldchain, man. Yep.
Welcome back to Gully TV for a second time.
Ain't no doubt.
We got an introductory interview in a couple of years ago down there in Philadelphia. You was fresh out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how's it been coming back, getting your beak wet, man, coming back to this culture that you love so much.
I am flourishing. Bottom line, it was a learning curve to say the least, simply because of social media, just computers in general. Figured that out, started networking, and then obviously you came and gave me some real solid game and some connections that I needed to further propel my situation, man.
Right.
And just a bunch of projects and just working.
Are you comfortable moving in the aspect of an indie artist as opposed to being signed? Back in the day, you were signed to
Right.
Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Trek and the scope.
What's the difference between being signed to a label and actually having to do your own marketing and doing your own?
I mean, you got people doing it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Essentially, when you the head, you got to figure everything out. Know who's or what strength everybody has. Who's capable of doing what.
Yeah.
And you just essentially got to execute. It's just different simply because of financial differences. I mean, you're done with label, they got a budget, you doing this shit from the muscle, you got to do it from the muscle. It's your money, you know what I mean? Your sweat, your tears, you got to put it in. And, it's just a little bit longer of a process, but it's more gratifying because you ain't got nobody looking over your shoulder telling you how to create. When a deadline for something, like you set your own tone.
Right.
Yeah. So I like it better like that.
Okay. In this day and age, they got these platforms like DistroKid and different methods of trying to attain a dollar. The streaming services ain't paying niggas a lot of money, man.
At all.
How you been able to get yourself some paper since you've been out?
You know what I'm saying? I work. You know what I'm saying? I hustle. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I got a career outside of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole lot of career. So, I was blessed to come home and, not have to go to the streets for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had some very powerful friends and powerful places and outside of music. So that kind of, that helped me be able to afford certain resources, such as being able to move around like I want to move around and get money how I want to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I got a whole career, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
Since you've been home, has it been difficult, or have you been able to insert yourself back into the pocket that you was once in? I know time has passed and people might not be as accessible as they once were. Different pieces moved around in the game.
Right.
Have you been able to, find some of your own old contacts, and has it been working?
Yeah. Recently, like I said, I got in contact with Primo.
Okay.
DJ Premier, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's big homie. I mean, that was a real major joint because obviously of who he is. And yeah, a lot of people I was able to get in contact with, and I'm still getting in contact with. Pusha, obviously, the guys, we never lost contact for real.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I linked up with Alchemist. So shout out to Out. But yeah, outside of those.
That sounds interesting.
What's that?
Alchemist.
Yeah.
Rosco P. Sounds interesting.
I would think so.
Yeah.
You know, I would think so. But he got me in the show. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it backstage a little bit, talked some business, or just caught up really on old times. But I'm sure word of mouth spreading. You know what I'm saying? Because of guys like him and other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producers be in hot pursuit of lyricists, man. Because there's everybody got their own creative control now. Like I said, the record labels are almost like non-existent. Like I don't even know anybody that's signed to a record label. Like at a point in time, you knew who the Def Jam niggas was.
Yeah, you did.
That's LL Cool J and
right,
you knew
right,
who they
DMX,
were.
Right.
It ain't like that no more and shit.
Yeah, because the super crews, that type of stuff is like, $1 million videos and just it's social media, the internet.
Yeah.
It messed everything up for them, and so it's for the indie artists it's great because now you can generate your own following, and if you didn't have one, and you can reach out to 1 million people, man, by one touch of a button. So I prefer that.
They got this. I don't know. I think I could call it a theory, but I understand it to be the truth. They say like they're not signing people based upon talent anymore. They signing people based on popularity.
Yeah.
They signing the people that got 200,000 followers on IG and shit like that.
Yeah, but even y'all can be doing that. Y'all can be doing that all day. But at the same time, the indie artist is making the most fucking money.
Yeah.
When you sit back and analyze, like, getting 100%, the 70%, the 60%, come on, man. I want 100% of everything I get. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, like, if you got, 2,000-3,000 motherfuckers, or even 1,000 that's just buying everything at $20 a wop and $30 and $40 a wop, that's all you really need, man. You know what I mean, to make a living. So
right. Since you've been out, tell me some of the artists who have piqued your interest. Somebody you say, I like him. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I like hands down OT the Real. I like this kid, man, out of Philly. His name is Mask Off Moose.
Heard about it.
Yeah, Mask Off Moose. What's the brothers in 38 Special? That brother, I like him.
Rochester.
Yeah, I like him. Mick Jenkins, out of Chicago. I like Mick Jenkins.
Right.
And just outside of that, in terms of underground artists or whatever, that ain't too, I don't really know too many underground artists to really say I like or dislike, but those the guys I've been listening to as of late.
Since you came home, would you agree that music is like, it's a lot more universal now, whereas there was a point in time when only certain cities dominated hip hop?
I agree.
Now it's a nigga from Jacksonville, Florida that's popping. It's a nigga from Alabama that's popping. Memphis, Tennessee. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Because it was built on a demographic of you had to know how to rap, right? I don't know. I guess it's a good and bad thing depending on how you look at the culture. But all of it's relevant. Everybody deserves to be heard, whether we like it or not. And so, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the DJs treating you?
The DJs, they fluctuating. You know what I'm saying? They want to meet me, but it'd be hard because my schedule is so crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, like I said, while I'm going on this world tour, or like I told you before, while I'm doing this chitlin circuit, I'm gonna be reaching out to a lot of different DJs. But it's just wild because it's like, it's sad because a lot of the DJs, not saying that they obsolete or that the DJing is obsolete, but the certain aspects of like record pooling and, you know what I'm saying, is being made obsolete through social media.
Yeah.
And so if they don't know how to transform and transcend that and learn how to take their platforms into social media and build their own like waves in terms of DJing, that's, you know, that's going, to me, that's going to be a lost art form.
Is the DJ still a factor? Is Cosmic Kev
Not-
still a big deal?
Not to me in terms of radio. I don't know if Cosmic Kev is still a big deal. I would say so in terms of Philadelphia
Right.
and what he means to Philly, but I don't know if he's a big deal in terms of the transitioning to from radio to social media. And so, you know, that's for all DJs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Radio 1, you got all that shit, Power or whatever, and, you know, who's listening to the radio outside of people in jail or people that's coming home from work, and half of motherfuckers ain't.
Got a point.
Nobody's really listening.
Yeah.
So the DJ, if you ain't really a DJ that's doing like rave party, whatever those type of, you know, those disco type, you ain't really, you know. Yeah.
I believe that we gotta go back to, it might have been an ultimate plan to bring music to where it is now. What I mean by that is everything is about streaming. The DJ and the radio thing, I think that there was an ultimate plan. I believe it was a conspiracy between the music business and Steve Jobs from Apple. Well, I just watched his documentary, and they definitely had a meeting. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it seems to me that the leverage was contained between Apple Music and the music industry. While he was gone, they just basically just wiped CDs off the map and made it so that if you want music, you have to go to these streaming services and shit. They kind of like digitized the game, and when they did that, they took the power. They took the power and they contained it within these apps. And if you're not a part of these apps and these certain platforms and shit, you're gonna have a hard time if you're not on a major record label and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why we got to make our own apps.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why we got to get out. Yep. That's why we got to set it up for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If all of these digital, you know, streaming services, the United Masses, you know, and I mean that's what Steve started, I think, but you know what I mean? You got the United Masses, you got Distro, you got all these, and essentially like
they giving niggas pennies, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to sell the shit yourself.
Yeah, we got to get back to making CDs, actual CDs.
You got to sell that shit yourself. You got to be something tangible
that
somebody's going to like, look at, feel, touch. I think the newer generation is so accustomed to what they've been dealing with and not knowing a such thing as a CD or a record or, right, that they don't care, right? It's you know, that type of stuff is novelty. You know what I'm saying? And for them, they're not really trying to spend no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they are, a lot of the times, you know, they just die hard either fans or lovers of hip hop. And again, man, I'm just taking it straight to my own website, RoscoPColdchain.com. And
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you launched that .com?
It's been officially about almost a year.
Okay. Before you went in, did you have a .com?
No.
Oh, the internet wasn't no factor.
Nah, the internet, MySpace, YouTube just was jumping. MySpace was the wave.
Yeah.
And so I was heavy on MySpace.
Okay.
Yeah. So YouTube kind of like took a different direction, and you know, they came with Facebook and Twitter and you know all of that stuff that I was kind of oblivious of too.
Yeah.
So
How long, by your own explanation, how long did it take you to get a grasp?
ah shit.
You know
I'm still getting it, but I ain't getting a goddamn grasp.
Picking up your phone first thing in the morning and you in it just like that.
Bro, I essentially I do that. I was doing that from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I just wake up in the morning and just get right to it. But I'm not a fan of these phones, man. I get the ignoring shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm just burnt out with a lot of the stuff that has to do with the phone and social media, even though you have to learn it. So I'm kind of like mandating myself through this training course of learning social media and shit like that. But you know, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty efficient, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. It works if you work it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I can copy paste. I do all that shit now. Yeah, I do all that.
Right. How has it been building your Instagram following? Instagram is like the pulse of it. Everything feeds off of IG, even YouTube and Twitter. Like Instagram is the one.
That's kind of funny, yo. You said that. I really, only thing I do, I notice everybody's Instagram. I look at everybody. Instagram's like TV, so I look at everybody's Instagram. Now, I don't try to be too impersonal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I try to make it as business as possible. So I feel like the following is growing with the music. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I put videos of, you know, literal music videos or you know, visualizers for songs and stuff like that, my shit goes up every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta feed it.
Yeah, so
every picture matters. Everything
matters. Yeah, man. Yeah, so, you know, sometimes it can become a little overwhelming and you can see why, like, a lot of motherfuckers is going broke.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Because they trying to feed that Instagram beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gets you high, you know?
It do.
Yeah.
It do.
Yeah.
It has an effect.
No, it does. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be conscientious of it. Like, damn, you know what? I can't fall into this trap. let me go offline for a minute. Right. You know, that type thing.
If it's working, you can afford to buy a new outfit, new pair of sneakers.
Nah, if it's working. Only if it's working. Only if it's working. And only if you have something pertaining to branding or business.
Yeah. I'm
saying we got no, you know, regular guys who's like literally this is their life. And unfortunately, man, you can get lost in it. Mm-hmm. Right? Because it's all a facade for real. You know, with a lot of, you know, the things that these people look up to. So, you know, when I see it, I just see money. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my shit's grown.
No doubt. What do you think about the term influencer? That's when a regular person or a celebrity is chosen.
No. The question is, what do you feel about the term influencer?
Well, it's very important because a person, whether celebrity or civilian, if you're declared influencer, people will pay you to wear their t-shirt,
without a doubt,
to wear their sweatsuit and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I love that part of it.
I bet you do.
I love when I get a check, man. Niggas send me his clothes in the mail and pay me to wear it.
That's always the best.
So, and I built myself up to this. You got songs with Pharrell Williams and shit. What you think about the influencer shit?
Nah, I think it's a wave. If they willing to pay you for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we've already been influential since before the music.
No doubt.
So it's not really nothing new to us. I mean, whether it was 100 or 1 million, it was, you know, we was always leaders in our respective, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope that they getting paid for it. You know, rightfully so. If you move in the culture, right? You know what I'm saying? You should be paid for it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about fashion, man, before we get up out of
Let's do it, baby.
You came right back home.
Okay, all right.
In the midst of the resurrection of Sergio Tacchini.
I did.
How did you feel when you came home? Like, it was like City Blue was back.
You know what's crazy about that? I always been a fly nigga. So 2007 I had got me a Sergio Tacchini sweatsuit, and you know, a few members saw me in that Sergio Tacchini sweatsuit and decided to get themselves Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits. But in that, you know, I was on it when they wasn't on it when I was home.
No doubt.
So when I seen everybody doing it, it kind of irked me for real. It turned me
off,
off, like, ew.
Yeah, because some niggas don't be doing it right. Like, they was wearing Sergio Tech with Jordans
and shit like that. Corn muffins, right? Yeah. So, you know, I seen that. You know, I came home, got on the Lotto wave. So I was real big on the Lotto. Kind of seen that, and so I'm switching it up slowly but surely into a whole nother phase. Yeah.
How did you find some Lotto shit when you got home? Me, I my pair that I got, I randomly Google old sneakers.
That's what I do.
So you went straight to the internet and found
I go right there because I want to see if it's authentic.
Yeah.
I'm one of them dudes. I wear a pair of kangaroos, right? I wear a pair of Vias, some Clyde Drexlers. I wear like you understand what I'm saying? Like I don't fly isn't the clothes, it's the person.
Yeah.
So you can be a corn muffin and Louis, that shit don't make it hot.
Yeah.
And then you can be, you know, the flyest nigga in a dickie. So, you know, that's how I give it up.
Growing up in Philly, man, what was a place that you had to visit to go get fresh?
I had to
Talk
visit.
about your teenage years, man. What was the spots?
Benini's and King of Prussia.
Okay.
Vazuri's. What was Dr. Denim?
Okay.
You know, City Blue when we was kids.
Blue. Yeah.
Urban Gorilla. We had. I mean, it's so many spots I can't remember offhand, but my favorite spot was Benini's and King of Prussia. They had like the iceberg sweats.
It sounded like an iceberg Coogee.
Nah, it was, man. Listen, you know, I was the only kid, one of the only kids walking around with iceberg on the elastic, and you know, I got the iceberg, the fitted I'm skinny as a brick, but I got the iceberg fitted shirt with the upside down letters. It's 97 pair of pennies on, 180. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me. Yeah.
A lot of things have changed in Philadelphia since then. I was looking at a video, and they showed the whole video of Philly's Most Wanted, and it was a restaurant on South Street called the Clam Bar or some shit like that. All right. And I was reading the comments, and people was like, damn, that was the shit, man. Like, after the clubs let out, we used to go by there, and you know what I mean? After that, we went straight to Club McDonald's and shit like that. Yeah. Is that era gone forever?
Yes, that era is dead. You can't hang out in no damn Club McDonald's. You're going to get fucking everybody killed. Them days is over, Holmes. It's too dark out there. I tell you, my city like Gotham, man.
Yeah, why don't they value the fly shit no more, man?
Because, man, the fly, it got different. At first, it went metro. Let's talk about that. It got really emotional. So, you know, motherfuckers started coming out, taco meat out. They was getting real sexy, right? All right, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Then they got kind of gay, right? So now it was a thing of like, taco meat out, real tight pistol on them, right? So then they got gay dancing, right? So then they got like, you know, taco meat out, real tight, but I'm doing a Harlem Shake type thing. So it's just like so many different elements with this fly shit and what they call gangster shit now that I'm kind of lost at all of it. So, you know, my idea of fly is just doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? And if they feel like, you know, they want to, you know, dress in size 14 chucks, and, you know what I'm saying, with red noses, and let them do it. But, you know, we grown to fly over this joint.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Tell them about the website. I mean, where the website.
Okay.
Run it back by him, because I want everybody watching this to go over there and support what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Y'all can go to www.roscopcoldchain.com. Y'all can essentially just go on there and check out what's coming up, what's new. If it's any new merch, if it's any new records, if it's any new songs, videos, anything with Rosco P Coldchain. And y'all can also do that. Y'all go to my YouTube page too, Rosco P Coldchain 17. Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
It's been a pleasure to do this.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I keep my hand in that pot that you stirred, man.
I already know,
I love the taste of it.
Oh, man, I told you, man. We already had that conversation.
Yeah, that joint that you did with Hus Kingpin, though. King is Born, I believe the name of it.
Yes, sir.
That was the convincing.
That was your play.
That was the convincing.
You
I had
play.
a hand in A&R in that, but
Yeah.
I didn't see it turning into that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Y'all chemistry was just
it was
incredible.
good, man.
I seen some of the other records that you did with OT the Real, some of the other guys. You even did a record for me on PILLMATIC.
Right.
But that joint that you did with Hus Kingpin, flawless.
He's fire. I appreciate Hus. Shout out to Hus Kingpin, man, for even getting me on that joint. Yeah, that was a crazy, like, Hus looked out, man, with that, man, because obviously Ninth Wonder, he's a
A-list.
He's an A-list producer.
Yeah.
And so for him to even want to place me on a record with him, I feel like the favor has to be returned eventually. Because that was a really good look, a really big look. And it got me some love. You know what I mean? So yeah, shouts out to you, shouts out to Hus and Ninth.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Give me a drop, and we done here.
All right.
Appreciate you again.
Let's do it. Yo, this Rosco P Coldchain, and right now you kicking it with me and Gully TV, in the gulliest of the gully on a dribble tip. You feel me? I bust your ass, Gully.
Yo, what up, man? Yo, what up? It's Killer Priest, man. Almighty Wu-Tang, right? Gully TV, what's good?
Yo, this week's the Lost Cause live and direct from LA. I'm on the west side. Shout out to Gully TV, man. Project Blue, the whole crew, man. Love, yo.
For all your advertising, networking, and promo, make sure you reach out. GullyTVBoss@gmail.com. GullyTVBoss@gmail.com for all your marketing and promo. Peace.